Hi fellas! In this video I will tell you about the MPL nested libraries. In a nutshell, nested library is a Jenkins shared library that uses MPL as a parent. It's loading the MPL dynamically during execution of a modified pipeline and could use or override interfaces and modules of the MPL. Right here we can see the pipeline script which uses MPL nested shared library. It's executing MPL init step from the nested library to load the MPL, and after that can use MPL pipeline step from the MPL to execute the default pipeline. Because the MPL nested library is separated, we need to configure it in Jenkins. Let's go to the configure system and find the shared library description. Right after the MPL shared library record, you can see the MPL nested library, which is pointing to the local Git repository. So DevOps teams could use their own nested libraries and override the parent MPL library anyhow to provide support for their projects. Okay, now let's switch to the MPL nested repository to see how it's working. You can find MPL nested example on the MPL GitHub wiki page. It contains a simple readme with example description. Now let's check the vars directory. You can see two files. MPL-init.groovy is a step that loads in parent MPL library and adding the additional module path. It is needed to store your MPL modules and don't mix them with others. Also in the vars directory we can find example nestedpipeline.groovy. It shows how to create your own custom simple pipeline. When Jenkins file will use nested pipeline step, MPL-init will be started automatically, and your pipeline will be ready to use MPL model and other MPL interfaces. Okay, now let's check how to create and override MPL modules in your nested library. We are opening the resources and can see the modules paths we used in MPL init. Here is modules directory with build and checkout modules. For example, checkout and git checkout modules, they are pretty much the same as we saw in the MPL build video. But exactly those modules will be executed when we will run the MPL default pipeline using this nested library. We have another override here, mavenbuild.groovy model. And this one is a little bit tricky. We are adding message to the start and end of the model, but trying to run the same model name in the middle. So what we are expecting to happen? No, it will not be an infinity loop. First of all, the MPL will execute this model from the nested library. It will print the first message, and will find that we're trying to run the same model name that already existed in the current execution. And as you can see, it's executing the original MavenBuild model from the MPL here. So it's just going to the parent or different model path and trying to find another model with the same name on the upper levels. I hope it was fun. See you in the next MPL videos.